Welcome to Tarot Tuesday for the week of June 17th. We are at the tail end of Gemini season. It'll be leaving us on Friday, moving into Cancer, where Mercury already is. So we are moving into this more home-bodied energy than we've been in with this Gemini, very more mental, heady space. We also have Venus in Taurus. So this nice supporting earth space, Taurus is ruled by Venus, so it's in a place that feels very supported to also cater to our physical space. Today specifically, Mars is moving from Leo into Virgo, so more grounding. We're going to feel more grounded. We're going to feel like getting more things done. Hopefully not moving into too much of a workaholism space or a perfectionism space, but we are being more grounded. We also have Jupiter has also recently moved into Cancer, so really supporting Cancer as a cardinal sign is leading from a place of the heart. So you might be feeling that more heart space, wanting to ground into your body. You know, our body is our temple, so we start from there. And so we're gonna do a shuffle. Aries to Pisces. How is this week gonna play out for everybody? And then I'm gonna do 1 and 2. There we go. Okay, so Aries. Aries, you have the 9 of Wands. I don't know how to get this guy to focus in this lighting. That's okay. But so you have the 9 of Wands. And what it's asking you, Aries, is it's like you are in this very protective mode, to a point of maybe hoarding, of just like, these are my passions. This is all I care about. And, you know, at this time, yes, of course, protect the things you love, but are you doing it from a place of love? Is it coming from a loving place, or is it coming from a place of worry or scarcity? So, you know that there will be all the time in the world to enjoy your passions, Aries, but it's suggesting that, you know, if you don't have all the time in the world for everything, every person that you want to put your time and effort into every day, you don't have to force things. You don't have to force this guard of like, oh, this is what I love. You know, if you like to start your day with like a workout and, you know, one day it slips, it is not the end of the world. You can find time. It's just, you know, if there's disruptions in your routine, don't let it throw off your whole day, is what it's saying. All right? Okay, so Taurus. Taurus has the 4 of Swords. 4 of Swords. And it's saying, Taurus, that maybe this Gemini season has shown you what you can put to rest. You know, it's your post-shadow to your season, so existential crisis mode. But it's just letting you know that there were maybe thoughts or beliefs that you had that you can now lay to rest because they aren't supporting you moving forward. It can also be a place of you are literally dreaming out what you want to do now. And so it's not necessarily let's take the physical actions now. We are in the planning stage of things. Yeah, so don't rush or move effort right now, Taurus. Be gentle with yourself and your mind. Yeah. Alrighty. And now we're on to Gemini. So Gemini, we're at the end of your season, and I'm so sorry you got the Tower reversed. Tower reversed. And so Gemini, yes, you have been shown fully what this last year, all the lessons of last year, and you are now in a clear space to make and take those actions on, you know, cleaning the slate starting a new foundation for how you want this next solar return to go for you. And, you know, clearing the slate is not necessarily this like tragic, scary ass thing that's happening in this card. It's saying that, you know, at the end of every year, there is a winter, which is meant to clear the slate for the next cycle to renew. And so don't think of that like that change as a full complete like, oh, I have to you know, like completely cut ties with everybody in my life and start anew, anything like that. It's just saying that you know that there is a base that you want to start from, and that might mean you have to clear out some things to get there, right? Cancer, oh my God, Cancer, fucking no, I just didn't take those out. Cancer, here we are, jumping into your season, Two of Swords reversed. And so what it's saying, Cancer, is don't jump into your birthday season from a place of, you know, worry and being pulled apart in all different directions of where you are, where you want to be. There is a duality. You can see the duality of this card. And Cancer, it's saying to be clear and focused on where you want to go moving forward. So if you have a lot of little things distracting you in your life, clean house might like mean literally cleaning your house. Clean up your calendar, clean up your email spaces. Start, like, you want to be able to focus and have clear mental clarity of where you want to go. So cleaning up all the little things that are in your way of that, maybe, you know, journaling. The suggestion for, like, it's not everybody's cup of tea, I'm aware of this, but when you do it, you can look back on that journal and be like, wow, I was in a place where, like, specifically for me, like, I will see when I put a weight on like a project or a person that is weighing me down, and like what I can see how much mental effort I have been putting into places that do not actually support my growth. So Cancer, clean house, clean calendars, anything you can to become clear and focused on what you need to prioritize right now moving forward in your new solar cycle. Yeah, okay. We are on Leo. And Leo has, I don't know why this, it's just not focusing. It just doesn't like the lighting or something, but it's just not going to focus. Anyways, you have the King of Pentacles reversed, Leo. So King of Pentacles reversed is saying you're in your pre-shadow for one. And we just had Mars, like Mars is leaving your sign today. So you are trying to figure out how to take all of this stuff that you're really excited about getting off the ground and rolling. So Leo, like what I just told to Cancer, where like I want them to fully journal everything out, for you, make those to-do lists of what you want, like set up your birthday itinerary, vacation itineraries, all those things. Get it out on paper. Because if it's not just something you can check off a list, at least it's getting it out of your mind and into the physical world, in, you know, at least in front of your eyeballs, so that you can start to prioritize the things you want to get rolling now. Yeah, so start to prioritize. Like I said, Mercury moved into Virgo, which is they're a bit better planners. So you're going to want to just at least get the plans rolling, maybe not the execution of those plans. Yeah. Libra, Virgo, I skipped you, deal with it, but here we are, Virgo, I'll go with you. We got 10 of Cups reversed. 10 of Cups reversed. It's a very beautiful card, but it's reversed. And all it's saying is that you've got this whole rainbow beneath you, Virgo, but you need to choose to prioritize seeing that. And what I will say for your little perfectionist selves, Virgo, is that the glass is half empty or half full, depending on how you want to see it. So choose the glass half full, or prioritize seeing things half full. And like I said, I don't do toxic positivity here, but at the same time, that option is always there to see things with rose-colored lenses or from a place of like dark and dreary. And with Mars in your sign now, it's going to be maybe this little irritant under your skin of things not being exactly how you want to see the world, but you need to choose to see the world for what it is, not how you want to see it. And so Virgo, this is on you changing your way of perceiving the world to prioritize, you know, those little joys. Even take those little wins wherever you can. Like for me right now, like, yes, the view is a parking lot and people occasionally like prepping to get out of this little town that we were in. But I can prioritize the cars, the full parking lot, or these little birds. One just landed on one of the cars in front of me. So you just have to prioritize the focus. The focus can be dark and dreary. It can be, you know, a little bit more joyful. Yes, you know, the world is doing some things, but you have to choose the reason why you want to be here and prioritize that focus. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, Libra, I got too excited. I got too excited for us to do this. Great. 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups. And so blatantly, as this card is suggesting, walking away from something. And so Libra, it's saying that you are walking away from these full cups. You're walking away from these full cups. They might have been all kinds of beautiful things for you in the past. But at the same time, just because things felt good to you once doesn't mean that they're always going to feel good to you. And, you know, like it's kind of the opposite of what I just told Virgo, where, you know, you can choose to see things half full, half empty. And Libra, there might have been great things from a place, but if you know in your core, in your gut, that which felt great to you before, because it could be something like, you know, pizza was great for me as a kid. I used to eat whole ass pizzas. I remember me and Cindy in high school eating these whole ass pizzas. My body today, thinking about that, feels the grease. Feels how greasy and heavy that would be. That is a thing that, yeah, used to produce joy. Absolutely not in this moment. And so I'm giving you a very lighthearted one, but like with these cups, they could be person, places, things, old jobs, you know, don't serve you now. And so Libra, moving away from things that no longer are gonna be that joy that they once were, walking away from things. But it's not just walking away, because you know that there is a better thing down the line. You know there is more joy. You know there is more peace if you walk away from something. And so Libra, choose your peace. Choose that. Choose whatever's going to lead to the most peace down the line. All right, here we are. Scorpio, the King of Wands reversed. King of Wands reversed is saying that, Scorpio, while prioritizing our passions, it sounds like the most productive thing we can do. But, you know, priorities, things that take care of our physical needs, may get in the way. And don't worry about, you know, like if you have to work like a hard, long schedule, you have to work longer than you would want to, and it's taking away from things that, you know, like, because even if it's just your cup of coffee in the morning that you love and you are having to rush out the door and you can't just sit and enjoy your little passions in life, know that it's gonna serve you to prioritize taking care of your physical needs, like physical as in your body, as in your like what you're putting in your body. It could be, I'm mostly seeing it as work, like prioritizing that like income source might be taking away from what you feel as your greatest joy. But don't feel discouraged. It just means that right now, while you are prioritizing these needs, your desires will and your passions will have more time to come up down the line. Yeah, this week might be a work week for you, Scorpio. All right, Sagittarius, judgment. Full on judgment. And I don't know why the cards don't want to focus today. It's so weird. But anyways, so judgment for Sagittarius is saying that you, for one, I do see it as you can be judgmental of the people around you. And so judgment doesn't have to be clean cut. You're a bad person cutting you off. You're a good person. Like it's literally heaven and hell is what is happening in this card. And so you are not the role of that decider. So when you are interacting with others, give them the grace that they are humans and that we have good and bad days. Know that there's a difference between like somebody crossed me one time and they're dead to me, and then there is, I can see this person's character and that over time you have continued to do this whole thing. And so I know you on that level. Make those judgments, but like don't be like pissed in a moment and decide that that is the end of this person's like existence in your life. If someone has proven to you over and over again that like to you and to others that like that they are like who are they are showing you, then you can make those calls. But don't do it just like on a whim. But at the same time, judgment card can be people making those judgments on you. And so you also want to know like that character judgment you are making on others is something that is reflected in yourself. So when and where in you like do you have those patterns or like those impulses, So Sagittarius, be aware of your own actions and impulses, and just like the characters of the people around you. That's for you this week. Okay, got 3 more. We're at Capricorn. Capricorn, you have the 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords, and so you can see this person just tied up to these swords. And what is actually happening here is that, this person is imprisoned, but it's a mental prison. So Capricorn, like I've told your across the wheel sign, basically, is that you're, and like, it's like, if you've ever done, I suggest anybody who is capable of sitting in a Vipassana retreat for 10 days. It's 10 days of silence. And you learn that prison of your mind. You learn that hellscape of your mind. And, you are the one to have to decide to not prioritize putting yourself in that prison, in that hellscape. You can also be imprisoned, basically, because even like addictions are basically compulsions, like obsessive compulsions. And that is like a prison of your mind. And so Capricorn, where are you prioritizing a focus that really isn't helping you? It's not getting you anywhere. It's keeping you in a loop. And so Capricorn, this week, you are going to want to feel into your body. That's going to get you out of your mind. So I would suggest for Capricorn, like going on walks, going on a morning or evening stroll, or both, honestly, to get you out of your head, to see where your head is wrapping you up, and to get you back into your body, so that you can decide what mental prisons or patterns you can let go of. Yeah? All right. On to Aquarius, the Knight of Wands. I believe I've even given this to you sometime in the last few months, Aquarius. So the Knight of Wands, Aquarius, you know where you want to go in life. You have a direction that you know you want to go. And now you have to choose to prioritize that direction. You need to prioritize, okay, I want to be this. This might mean that I have to do A, B, and C to get there. Like, I want to do a very specific type of trade work. I got to go to that school, or I got to apprentice with somebody. You know, take the lines of actions that you want to take to get what you want out of life. And even if it's something like, it doesn't have to be career goal oriented, although that's what I mostly see it as. It could be something like you want to be a better painter, but you don't know where to start. So that might start with taking a class, but it might even just be practicing every day so that you build up your skill set. Otherwise, like without that direction, that focus, everything falls away. So Aquarius, make sure you prioritize. Like, I think that's been a theme, is that we need to prioritize what we want in life, put the focus there, get it out of distraction, and then just like actually take action. Like, you're one of the cards that can actually start taking action right now. All right, last one, Pisces. We have the Empress reversed. Look at her. Look at her. Anyways, Empress reversed is saying that, you can't fight rest, Pisces. If your body wants to rest, it will, like literally yesterday, I'll speak to my Pisces moon, I guess, is I spent the weekend going really hard with little breaks, little fuel too, and I got here like at 3 o'clock and crashed for like 2 or 3 hours. I just crashed. I didn't even leave the room. Like, I basically bed rotted for like until I was basically getting ready for bed, and I was like, quick shower, and then just, yeah. So Pisces, my advice to you is to not do that, and do not push yourself so hard right now that you are forced to rest. Take rest every day, Pisces. And I will say for Pisces, align with the water in whatever way, shape you can, which is hydrate. It's getting to summertime, is hot, hydration. But also like bath, showers, pool time, whatever you need, Pisces. Get like rest and then like recharge in that water. Yeah. That's my advice for Pisces. That's everybody. Happy moving. Like, we're at the tail end of Gemini season, so we're just gonna savor that. Happy pre-Cancer season for all those early Cancers, and I will talk to you next week. Bye.